and welcome to Cooking with Vincent. Today we're going to be making a nice quick dish, pasta primavera. For this recipe you're going to need olive oil. You might not need a box this big, we just happen to have this. You're going to need whole chili peppers, 1 onion, hopefully it's sweet, garlic, if you're lucky it'll already be peeled. You're going to need zucchini, asparagus, a can of white kidney beans. It can be Cento or whatever brand is local to you is fine, but white kidney beans, parsley, and then finally pasta. We're using Barilla, and we love to cut gemelli for this dish, so that's what we're going to be using. Let's get started. I'm going to start prepping my items that we're going to start to saute. Alright, we're going to start by peeling our onion. Easiest way would be to cut off the ends. Cut it in half. Then we peel the outside off. Just want to get that yellow layer off. That means pulling off that outer layer. That's fine. You want to make sure that you get all your peel off and it doesn't remain on your board because you don't want it in your dish. We want to kind of evenly chop. It can be pretty rough, but we want it to be even so it cooks evenly. So we're gonna cut lines down our onion. And we'll do that to both pieces. And then we're gonna chop. Whoop. Okay, and then we'll have nice, even cut pieces of onion. It's all going to saute up nice and evenly. If you have any larger pieces that didn't get cut evenly, you just give them the chop. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to push that to the side. And the next item we're going to prep is the garlic. I think we're going to go for a good, let's see here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We go for a nice even number, 13. 13 is a nice even number for garlic. And what we're going to do is we're going to just give it a nice rough chop. It's a good thing you can't see my face right now because my eyes are beginning to tear from these onions. Let me tell you, it is a nice strong onion. I'm feeling so emotional right now. I just love this dish so much. I can't hold it back anymore. I'm so hungry. I just can't wait to eat. I love this so much. I can't keep it inside. Okay. The next step will be we're going to coat the bottom of our pot, okay, with extra virgin olive oil, and we're going to crush in a couple red chili peppers. We're going to heat that pot up, and then we're going to start to brown our onion and then our garlic. Let's get started. We're going to coat the bottom of our pot with extra virgin olive oil. If you want to take a look in the bottom there, it's just a coating, just maybe 1/8 of an inch. I'm a contractor, that's my day job. I just cook for fun. So it's about 1/8 of an inch of oil at the bottom of that pot. Okay, and then let's break up. We like our pasta primavera spicy. So we're gonna break up some red chili peppers. Put them in the bottom of the pot. Okay. 4. I think that's 5. Yeah, we're good for 2 more. 6, 7. And we're gonna heat up our oil. Ooh. All right. So we're going to give that a minute to heat up, and then we're going to add our onion and start to brown. Now that your olive oil and chili pepper is at a high to medium high temperature, you're going to want to start to saute your onion. You'll always, when sauteing onion and garlic, you'll always want to saute the onion first because the water content of the onion is much higher than the garlic. If you wanted to brown them evenly, okay, the garlic would always burn before the onion was fully browned if you added them at the same time. So we're going to add our onion first. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Great. So we're going to add our onion. To our olive oil. I like to get it all in there. Ooh. Okay. Don't want to miss anybody. There we go. We're going to grab the old wooden spoon. Don't worry, we're not going to try to hit you in the butt with it like our grandparents and our parents used to do. We're just going to stir the onion up. Everybody, comment down below. Really, I was joking, but comment down below if you ever got chased when you acted up as a kid. If you ever got chased with the wooden spoon, comment down below and let me know. I'd love to hear about it. So we're going to saute this onion until it's translucent, slightly brown. We're going to get the translucent, and then we're going to add our garlic. So we'll be back with you. We're going to get this translucent, and we'll be back with you. Yeah, don't forget, turn on your exhaust fan. Otherwise, your house is going to smell like a Chinese takeout restaurant. Just saying. While we're waiting for our onion to turn translucent so we can add our garlic, we're going to start prepping our other vegetables. We're going to rough chop our zucchini. All we're going to do is we're going to cut off the ends. Okay. Then we're going to slice them down the middle. Then we're going to make evenly chopped half moons. Oh boy. I'm going to do these other 3, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, we're at the perfect point for our onion. We're at the translucent point. We're just about to brown. This is the time you want to add your garlic. Let's take a look in there so that our viewers can see what you're looking for. You're looking, the onion is translucent. Some of the smaller pieces are just beginning to brown on the edges. This is the time you want to add your garlic. Okay, we're going to add our garlic. And by the time we're ready to add our zucchini here, both garlic and onion will be evenly browned. Okay, this is the time. While we're waiting for the garlic to brown and the onion to finish browning, we could get ready to chop our asparagus. We're going to want to cut the rough end off. The fibrous end. This is, I mean, really, the fibrous end here of the asparagus, no matter how much you cook it, it's just never going to be as tender as the rest of the asparagus. We're going to cut that off, and we're going to throw it away. We know it's expensive, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. So, you get it? Boom, in the trash. It's out of here. Who was Harry Callis? Out of here. We're gonna get ready. We're gonna cut this up. So we have some rubber bands. We're gonna remove them. We're just going to cut it evenly. This is important though, kind of like the onion and the garlic. We're gonna cut this in 3 sections. Okay. We have our tips, we have our middle section, and then the bottom or the ends. This isn't quite as tough as the fibrous parts that we cut off, but it is still it's tougher than the tips here. So when we add it to the pot, you'll see when I add it to the pot, I'm going to add this part first. I'm going to give it a couple minutes. Then I'll add the middle section. Then I'll add the middle section. I'll give that a couple minutes. And then I'll finally, at the end, I'll add the tips, because we want the asparagus to cook evenly as well. It's all about timing. So our garlic and our onion is evenly browned. Okay, if you take a look there. At this point, we're ready to add vegetables. We're going to start with the zucchini first. It's a denser vegetable than the asparagus, and it has a higher liquid content. It's going to need more time to cook down to make it tender. So we're going to add that now. We're going to make sure we get it all. We're going to get it all in the pot, none on the floor, none on the stove. I guess I could use my hand, right? I could use my hand. Look at that. I use my hand. Look, I use my hand. I got it on the countertop. Right? So we're going to put it in the pot. We're going to stir it around. Okay? We're going to try to get a little bit of a saute on it. Okay? We're going to let it saute down a little bit. We're going to get it to soften somewhat. I wish I had an exact number for you, but it all depends really on your zucchini, how thick you cut it. You have to just know. And when I know, I'll let you look at it. And when your zucchini looks like my zucchini, you'll know you're ready to add the asparagus. If you want to keep some of the heat in the pot and speed up the cooking process, you can always put on the lid. Leave it cracked though, because you want the steam to escape. You don't want to steam your vegetables, you want to saute them. So you'll crack your lid. Always leave your lid cracked so the steam can escape, so you're having a sauteed vegetable taste and not a boiled steam taste. Of course, you're going to want to continue to stir your zucchini so that it evenly sautés. Okay? So don't take a break. Just keep on stirring. And we'll be ready for the asparagus in a minute. Okay, take a look. This is the way you want your zucchini to look. Just slightly browned. When your zucchini looks like that, you're ready for asparagus. So let's add that right now. Put my lid down. And I'm going to add the bottom part of the asparagus first. Okay? I'm going to put that in. I'm going to give that maybe a minute just to start. Okay? We're going to add the asparagus, stir it around. It's 6:34. So like 6:35, 6:36. We're going to add the center section of the asparagus. Oh yeah, don't forget, put the lid back on. Yeah, we're ready for our center sections. About a minute has passed. We'll add them in. Give it a stir. Relid the pot. We'll wait another minute. 6:37. We'll put the tips in. I know it seems unnecessary maybe to do this step, but when you want your guests, or even yourself, when you're biting into the asparagus, you want every piece to be equally as tender. So that's why I go through the step of doing this instead of just adding all the pieces at the same time. And quite frankly, I guess you could achieve the same amount of tenderness if I cut the lower portions of the asparagus in smaller pieces, but I prefer to cut them in equal sized pieces and just vary the cooking time. That's how I do it. You could do it whatever way you like. Let us know in the comment section below if you disagree or if you agree or if you maybe do it a different way. We'd love to hear it. Take our lid off. Add our asparagus tips. Stir it around. We're getting some nice glazing at the bottom as well. The garlic and the onion, they're rendering down as the vegetables release their water, become tender. All of the flavors. If you can see this piece right here, see this? Some of the zucchini is starting to just really soften up. All the flavors are coming together. I'm getting excited. I'm getting hungry. I'm getting, just smelling it, looking at it, I'm getting so excited just to eat. So what I'm going to do is we're going to stir this around. Once again, we're going to put the lid back on. We're going to leave it cracked because we wanted to saute, not steam. I'm going to chop some parsley, okay? We're going to season with that, black pepper and salt as well, okay? When we come back, but I'm gonna chop this parsley now, and we have our water here. It's heated up, but we're gonna turn it on high to bring it to a rapid boil. We'll salt our pot. I'm just excited. We're getting towards the finish line, and we're almost ready to eat. Tip for parsley. Generally, it's bought in bunches like this, right? So you're gonna want to pull out. You're gonna want to pull out some pieces. Oh boy, I'm having a tough time. Pull out some pieces here of parsley, and instead of starting at the bottom, start at the top. Start at the leaves. Break off your leaves. Break off your leaves. Boom. All you're left with is stems. What do you do with the stems? You throw them away. Okay? Leaves. Break them off. Break them off. Break them off. It's the quickest way to prep parsley for chopping. Don't forget, keep stirring. Keep stirring. Oh, the flavors are, they're just really they're marrying in there. Beautiful. How do we know when our vegetables are ready for the next step? What you're going to do is you're going to find your most fibrous piece of not zucchini, your most fibrous or your largest round piece of asparagus. You're going to find that piece, come in here, and what I'm saying is this piece here, you're going to get it and you're going to just pinch it, and it's not squeezing. It doesn't feel tender enough to me, so we're going to just give it one more minute in there. Let's check our pot. At this point, everything seems to be nice and sauteed. Let's find that piece of asparagus that looks thickest to us and see if it's tender. I think I found it right here. Oh, it feels nice and tender. At this point, we're ready to add our beans. And we're not going to drain our beans. We're going to leave the water in the can. We're using canned beans, yes. We're going to add it to the pot. We're going to make sure we have all of our beans out of the can. We're going to stir it around. It's going to help deglaze the bottom of the pan or the pot. Get all those good flavors up from the sauteing process. We're going to let our Primavera get back up to temperature. We're going to leave it on medium heat. We're going to let it get back up to temperature. While that's happening, we're going to add, we have boiling water here, as you can see. We're going to add some salt to that, and we're going to begin to prepare our pasta. Just gonna, this water is already rapidly boiling. Now we're going to add some salt. We salted the pot. Okay. We're going to put the lid back on, allow it to reboil rapidly, and we'll add our pasta. We'll be back with you in a minute. Our water's back at a rapid boil after we salted it. Barbarella pasta calls for 12 to 13 minutes. I gotta tell you, I don't know if I can wait that long to eat, but I guess I have no choice. So we're gonna dump our pasta into our boiling water. Most importantly, we're going to make sure we stir our pasta. If we let it sit in there and not stir it, it could cook unevenly. Some pieces could be cooked, overcooked, al dente, undercooked. So we're going to continue to stir our pasta throughout the cooking process of 13 minutes. Also, as that's happening, our Primavera has also come back to a saute. We're going to continue to stir this. We have a little pro tip for you. If your Primavera gets a little too tight, which means there's not enough sauce. It gets a little too, there's not enough liquid in the pot. As you're boiling your pasta, you could take some of that pasta water, okay, and put it into your Primavera to loosen it up. I don't know if we need to do that right yet. I'll let you know though in about 5-10 minutes. Yeah. Time to add the parsley. Take the lid off. I chopped it all. Might as well put it all in there. Ooh, that's nice. It's going to add a nice fresh flavor. Stir it up. My God, this smells so good. I wish YouTube would upgrade the smell-o-vision, because I gotta tell you, this is exciting. Go check your subscriptions. Maybe you go from YouTube Red, YouTube TV. Maybe they had YouTube Smell-o-vision. If it's only like $15 a month, it's worth it. If you're asking yourself, what should I do while I'm waiting for the pasta to boil? This is the answer. Eat your salad. We're at a total of 15 minutes cook time on the pasta. And I know you guys don't need a tutorial on how to cook pasta, but I just want you to realize that sometimes the box, the cook times, it's not so accurate. So here we go. We're at 15 minutes. Barilla, they're doing a good job because those are al dente. Turn the water off. Time to drain it. Oh God, we're gonna eat. It's gonna be good. Okay. So our Primavera had plenty of sauce. There was no reason to add pasta water. So what we're going to do to plate this dish is we're going to put a little bit of sauce, Primavera sauce at the bottom here. That's a lot. Ooh, boy. Then we're going to put some pasta. Get our pasta. A little bit of pasta. We're going to put it at the bottom or the middle here. Okay. We're going to get some more sauce. We're going to put it at the top. And then we're going to mix it all around. That just looks delicious. Matter of fact, we're going to mix that. We're going to use our spaghetti spoon. We're going to use our spaghetti spoon. We're going to mix it all around. Oh, and we're going to. Oh, it looks delicious. We're going to stir our sauce into our Primavera, into our pasta. If you want, you can add some grated pecorino romano. Finish this off. I don't even think it's necessary. You have a nice meal here. Thank you for stopping by for Cooking with Vincent. If you like this video, we hope you'll give it a like, leave your comments below, and get subscribed. If you dislike this video, you know what to do. And as always, thanks a lot, and have a great meal.